93.3 Hank FM, Tucson's Real Country. Arizona native and rising country artist Austin Burke is on the call with us right now. He's headed to Tucson for Country Fever Tucson on March 7th, which is a Saturday, alongside Hank Ruff and the Unwound Band. And Austin joining us right now. Austin, great to have you here.
Great to be here. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. For the Hank FM listeners just discovering you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm a fifth generation native of Arizona. I'm very proud to be from Arizona. A lot of my music pays tribute to the desert and just the country that we are. It's a very specific country. It's a Western country, and it doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It's just what I know, and I think that's what country music is just writing about what you know and what you believe in, and I'm lucky enough to call Arizona home for a lot of my childhood, and I've been in Nashville now for almost 12 years. But yeah, I'm very proud to be from Arizona and have a lot of my roots out there for sure.
So how, obviously you grew up here and you were just talking about, but how did that shape your country sound?
Yeah, so I grew up singing at the Prada del Sol in Phoenix, and that's where I learned the national anthem. I started singing the national anthem all over for the Phoenix Suns, the Diamondbacks, the Mercury, the Coyotes, the Cardinals, all of it. And I was just like this 3-year-old kid singing the national anthem. And but really the rodeos that's where I learned how to sing. And so it's a little bit, my music is influenced by today's country, like Thomas Rhett, Morgan Wallen, Sam Hunt, all those guys. I love that sound, but also I do love kind of the Eagles, and I love just that Western sound, like the some of the Bakersfield country that made its start on the West Coast. I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, I'm kind of all over the place, bouncing around, but there's a lot of influences, not just country, in my music that you'll hear.
So when did you realize that country music was what you wanted to do full time?
So I was a baseball player my whole life, and I was in Santa Barbara. I met my wife out there. I think that's the only reason I went out there. Went to Santa Barbara City College, played a year out there, and I loved music. I started taking music classes in college, and always was writing in high school. And I loved country music because of the realness in the lyrics. I'm a lyricist. I'm a songwriter at first at heart, and so the songwriting to me was just so much. I hate to say better, but I just love country lyrics so much more than other genres. And so that was my always my pull. And then, growing up in Arizona and listening to country music my whole life, it's been a part of me. So yeah, I've always had a pull to country music, and I love the lyrics more than anything.
A friend of mine was telling me he was out in Nashville and he was hanging out with some country writers, songwriters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
because there's a huge songwriting business out there as well. But he was telling me what was amazing was watching these 5 or 6 guys sit in a room, and one of them comes up with an idea, and all of a sudden, just this magic happens, and they walk out
Yeah.
with 5 songs. And it's such the lyrics are so important to country music, and the story is so important. Is that what kind of drew you to it as well?
It is, yeah. And it took me a little while to be proud of Arizona and being from Arizona. I was actually told a lie about where I was from because, most country artists are from the South. They're from Georgia. They're from, the Carolinas or Alabama. And so it was a little bit weird to be from the West Coast. And so it took me a little while to kind of be proud of that. But then, once I owned who I was, and my lyrics and my writing changed along with my identity. I was not trying to be somebody else. I was just writing about what I knew and what I'm proud of. And so that's sort of the journey, I guess I could say, of my songwriting. And now a lot of my lyrics, I'm a dad now. I have two little boys, and so a lot of my lyrics and my songs are about being a dad and being in my 30s and trying to figure it out, and being Arizona and the desert, and it's a lot about just kind of where I am right now. But yeah, it's been a journey for sure. I definitely was not always the Arizona guy. I was told a lie about that.
Well, what's interesting too is because Arizona's got tons of cowboys. You know,
I know,
it's
I
like
know. It's about as country as it gets, to be honest with you.
yeah, and lots of horses, and of course you watch Western movies, and it's all most of them filmed in Arizona or Southern California.
I
So,
know, I know, I
so
know. It's the
if you got
real
a
Cowboys.
yeah, absolutely. You see them out here, and of course, first time I moved here when I was a kid, first thing I saw was a guy have a six shooter,
Yep,
and I was from
yep,
Ohio, never saw that just out in public, and here you see it
yeah.
all the time. You've built a strong following, obviously. Is there one song that just really defines you as an artist right now?
Yeah, I would say Roots is definitely the song that sort of embodies a lot of who I am as a country artist. I grew up listening to Garth Brooks, and so the hook is blame it all on my roots, and it's all about Arizona and just being proud of it was kind of a big middle finger to Nashville, because like I said, they never really accepted me for not being from the South, and now you just see country music is so much bigger than a little region in
Mhm.
America. It's massive. It's worldwide, and I feel like that song to me was kind of a defining moment for my career. And then I know you asked for one, but I'll give you one more.
No, no
My
problem.
latest single is called In the Middle, and it's just about, I'm not young anymore. I'm not old. I'm just in the middle, and I'm trying to figure it out as a dad, first and foremost, beyond being a country artist, just trying to figure it out, man. I'm just doing the best I can. And that's what that song is about.
Well, it sounds like on top of everything, you're having fun.
Absolutely, and that's what it's all about. And I know we're gonna have a ton of fun at the festival, and I'm excited to see everybody. This is actually my first time playing in Tucson, believe it or not.
Oh,
I've never played in Tucson.
well, welcome to Tucson.
I know, I know.
Well,
I'm
so what
so
can people
excited.
expect with you? You're going to be here March 7th at Country Fever Tucson. You're going to be here with Hank Ruff and also the Unwound Band. What does it mean to be part of a lineup like that? And what can people expect from you on stage?
It's high energy. My band is phenomenal. And by the way, super excited to see the other two artists. Henry is, it's Henry, right? Or
Hank. Yeah,
Hank. I'm
Hank.
sorry. Hank,
Yeah.
different person.
And we're
But no,
called
Hank
Hank
Ruff.
too. So yeah, a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Hank.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I was. No. Yeah, Hank Ruff is awesome. I actually saw some of his music online the other day. He's phenomenal. So it's going to be just a full day of incredible music. But yeah, high energy. A lot of tribute to our troops and our military. I love our military, and just a lot of pride for Arizona. So like I said, I'm coming home, and I'm excited to be home.
So where can fans find you, your music, online, anywhere? How can they get in touch with Austin Burke?
Yeah, austinburkemusic.com or just on Instagram. I'm wearing the hat, but I have a podcast called Playlisted the Podcast, and we feature new up and coming artists from Nashville every single week in front of a live audience. It's unbelievable. You get to hear the stories. Some people are great, some people stink, but they're all just trying to get better. And it's not American Idol, it's not The Voice. It's raw, it's real. It's in a smoky bar in Nashville, and people get one song to impress us. We've had Rodney Atkins on. We've had so many of the big songwriters, the guys that are just unbelievable. Tons of up and coming artists, but it's a fun podcast. So check out that for sure as well.
And what's it called again? Playlisted?
It's playlisted. Yeah,
All right. And you can find it everywhere you can find a podcast?
absolutely. YouTube and all over.
So is this a video cast or is it an audio podcast or is it both?
It's both. Yeah, we have a video and audio portion of it. So
Oh, I'm going to check it out.
it's really
Absolutely.
fun. It's a lot of fun. You can find some new artists. We have a kid, Lucas Leon. He's on American Idol right now, and he crushed it on the show. Just absolutely crushed it. We Julian Kalel as well. He's on American Idol. These guys are, I mean, next level, and you're getting to see them before they make it big. It's really fun to see.
We'll definitely check it out. And I can't wait to check you out live in concert here in Tucson, your first trip.
It's my first time. I'm excited.
Well, I'm going to say this as somebody who's a Sun Devil in Wildcat Country. Welcome to Wildcat Country. So, because those of you watching this who may not know, there's a huge rivalry between Phoenix and Tucson. So,
Yep, yep. I
but
have no comment. I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. All right.
oh, I've gotten in trouble, so don't worry about it. But hey, I appreciate you taking some time out of a busy schedule. Looking forward to seeing you at Country Fever Tucson, March 7th, alongside Hank Ruff and also the Unwound Band. Austin, thanks for the time. I sincerely appreciate it. And go to crankthehanktucson.com to get your tickets right now.